Good morning, TK. How are you doing today? Good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. I'm doing well too. Thank you for asking. So today we are going to start a new unit that we'll be working on for the next 3 weeks. Do you remember when we talked about communities and we talked about 3 different types of communities? Do you remember what they are? I'll give you a minute to think. Okay, so there's a community where there are lots of people living in an area that's really close to each other in big buildings, skyscrapers. They have a lot of places to go for entertainment, like stadiums and theaters. And there's lots of noise and lots of car and lots of traffic and lots of public transportation like buses and subways. That's right, it's an urban community, okay? Then there's another community. If you're in Eastvale right now, you are living in that type of community. Suburban, that's right. And there's another type of community where there's a lot of land, not very many people living close by to each other. You might find lots of animals and lots of crop or food or plant that's being grown here. That's a rural community. So look at the pictures that I have here and see if you can figure out which type of community we're going to focus on for the next 3 weeks. Let's see, this place has lots of land. And on the land, you will find lots of plants. And normally, you will find a farmer living in this type of community, a farmer and his family. Look at the farmer's wearing overalls. He's got a hat to cover himself from the sun. He's got a garden tool, and that looks like a shovel. Okay, and then in this community also, you will find barns. Barns are big buildings where animals can stay. Okay, they live in there at night to keep themselves warm and protected. These are some of the types of animals you might find in this community. Cows and sheep, rabbits, lots of different types of birds. And this community is so important because this is where a lot of our food gets produced, grown, made. Do you know which community we're talking about? You already know, don't you? That's right. We will be focusing in on the rural community, especially the farm. So our unit for the next 3 weeks is called Life on a Farm. Life on a farm. Don't you think that's going to be so much fun? I do. Well, I would like to share with you today a book called